What actions or attributes that you appreciate from your spouse, partner in support of your business, entrepreneurship, and success? So what are the actions and attributes that you are looking for and appreciate in your spouse? Go ahead and start us off, RJ.
I really appreciate it when they let me know how every time I disagree with everyone on the disruption, how I was right. They back it up with facts. They go on to Google and they have it written down and they say, yep, Eric was wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You can't fix San Francisco with affordable housing, like CJ said. Honestly, really the only one that they've never really ragged on is Steve, because Steve is the smartest one here. I mean, so really it's just to reiterate that I am accurate and I am intelligent and I do know what I'm talking about. If they just keep that confidence up, keeps me going.
He's got a Stuart Smalley mirror at home.
This question's clearly brought to you by Smart Water. Thanks for the answer, RJ. Appreciate you. All righty. All right, Eric. What about you?
I would say patience. My entrepreneur journey has not always made me the best spouse. I've worked long hours. I've come home cranky. I fielded phone calls at important times when we were out on a date or at a kid's soccer game or football game. So for me, patience to allow me to mature through that process and not judge me about where I was at that particular phase or season.
You don't have to explain. We clearly understand what you mean by patience. We've had to deal with you on here.
I don't know that you clearly understand anything, hillbilly. So why don't you just relax for a second? I'm not your wife. I don't agree with you blindly. So just chill. So patience, and I would say accountability. She's also able to have enough patience, but also push back when I've gone too far. And I think those two things have allowed to be married for a long time and allow me to build a business and not burn out and ruin a marriage at the same time.
All right, CJ, what about you? What are you looking for from your spouse with regards to that?
Man, I think the most important thing is understanding and perspective. Understanding that this journey's brutal, this journey's rough. It's going to have upswings, it's going to have some downswings, great days, bad days. And that, as entrepreneurs, man, we're not always I don't want to say the best people. We don't always show up the best for the people that we love in our life, the people that we care about. And then I say, just perspective in the sense that, unlike RJ, man, I pride myself in having, people around me that I can bounce things off of. They can call me on my shit. They can tell me when I'm right, tell me when I'm wrong, help me see other ways to look at things. I'm pretty strong-headed. Not as strong and bald-headed as RJ, but strong-headed nonetheless. And having somebody to bounce perspective off of that can kind of give you thoughts, give you insights, and help you morph and change how you're seeing things as the person is leading and making those decisions, I think is extremely important.
Very nice, very nice. All right, last but certainly not least, Steve, what are we looking for?
I got someone that's, ride or die, right, with me to the end. When I started this journey, I thought it was gonna be easy. I thought I was gonna crush. And the reality was I struggled mightily, right? So as a husband, you're supposed to provide for your family. As I failed in the early part of my business, my wife got a second job so I can keep this going, right? So she is there no matter what. I would say that's the first thing. Second thing, I would say is the perspective. She helps me reframe things, right? Like we get in arguments, right? We get in heated arguments, but she's right more than I want her to be, right? So she offers excellent perspective and helps me stay, I don't want to say grounded, but at least closer to reality versus, being in the clouds where everything's always perfect and everything's going to work out just fine.